Welcome to Soul Train, where you can get your groove and funk. This is Don Retro speaking. Let's move up the charts. Let's move up the dance floor. Like DJ put the latest.
Hold up.
Wait, what?
There is a breaking news. Read it, please.
Okay. Stop the music. Hold up. This is last minute news. Disco music is taking the country by storm, guys. So you better get on the dance floor right now. Like everybody, your grandma, your grandfather, your uncle, your daughter, your son, everybody on the dance floor right now. I repeat, it's a national emergency. Disco took the country by storm.
Hey!
Guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about men's fashion and vintage fashion. So today we are into another episode of History of Men's Fashion. Finally, we are back in the new year and we are back with the next decade that is so funky and groovy. Like, can you do the hustle? Can you do it? Okay, fine. So the next decade is very groovy, funky. We have the birth of disco and punk. Also, there is the energy crisis. The technology gets really further, and The Godfather, Star Wars, and Jaws are some of the major films of this decade. And the style goes to another level. Today we're going to talk about the culture and the fashion of the 1970s. So in today's episode of History of Men's Fashion, we're going to dive into a decade that was impacted from the end of the Vietnam War, the energy crisis, the domination of disco and punk in the music scene, inflation, geopolitical uncertainty, and technological progress. In the USA, the Watergate scandal led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. Wages were stagnant and prices got higher. The oil crisis was rampant after decades of limited consumption, with the price of oil per barrel going from $3 to $12. In Europe, democracy will grow with the fall of dictatorships like in Spain, Portugal, and Greece, and they are dealing with the energy crisis too. Also known as the mid-decade, today we're going to talk about the fashion and culture of the 1970s. The most famous band in the world at that time, the Beatles, will disband in 1970. The Godfather is released in 1972, that would become a classic. The first microprocessor is invented by Intel. Reggae will have a spotlight thanks to Bob Marley and the Wailers. The Battle of the Sexes, where Billie Jean defeats Bobby Riggs in a tennis match. ESPN debuts. Star Wars and Jaws become major blockbusters, and the king of rock and roll dies. This turbulent period will also reflect in the fashion of that period, will be a transformative and revolutionary period for men's fashion, with the focus being on self-expression, freedom, and individuality. The Peacock revolution lasted until the mid-1970s, and in this period saw the rise of wide lapels and bell-bottoms. For the first part of the 1970s, it will be a continuation of the hippie fashion, and it will break a lot of style rules. Men will experiment with bold colors and patterns than before, and men's fashion became gender neutral. Casual fashion becomes trendy, but suits are still an essential part of men's fashion. Suits in this decade became more colorful and made with materials like polyester. The suit will change its silhouette to become more fitting, with wide lapels and paired with flared trousers. The leisure suit became a popular option. It has wide lapels and bell-bottom trousers, and was mostly worn without a tie. It came in pastel colors and made of synthetic fabrics, so it was a cheap suit for the everyday man, and is mostly associated with the disco culture. Suits were made from materials like corduroy, brocade, paisley, velvet, and more, with colors like teal, black, brown, blue, burgundy, green, and more. Made by designers like Yves Saint Laurent, Pierre Cardin, Lanvin, that were appreciated by the men wearing them. The safari suit became a great option for the summer, with French designers like Ted Lapidus and Yves Saint Laurent made it trendy. Plaid and denim suits also became common to wear at the end of the decade, and suits will get wider again with narrow lapels. In the early 1970s, the casual wear was made by striped blazer, Nero jackets, turtlenecks, tunics, winkle picker boots, and Cuban heels with bell bottoms. There was a shortage of new materials and fabrics, so items like tie-dye shirts, bell-bottom jeans, and military surplus clothing ruled in this period. Roger Moore will make the safari jacket very trendy in men's fashion. Accessories like necklaces, flowers, headbands, stones, shells, and natural objects were embraced. Shoes like cowboy boots, earth shoes, platform shoes, flip-flops, Birkenstocks were worn in this period. In the mid-1970s, glam rock and high fashion will rule in men's fashion. The glam rock style would become trendy in 1973, both for men and women, in an androgynous style characterized by velvet coats, embroidered shirts, frilly and ruffled shirts, Nehru jackets, patterned shirts with bold colors, tuxedo jackets, scarves, white ties, leather jackets, satin shirts, and platform boots. Another important element of the glam rock style was makeup that was bold and extravagant, and glam rock icons were David Bowie, Kiss, Slade, and others. Damn, I have to explore David Bowie's style in the video for sure, because that man had the looks with the capital L. Like, the looks were given, they were fire as hell. Shirts were worn tight and had bold colors and patterns with wide lapels that were worn over the jacket lapel. Layering a t-shirt under a shirt became a popular casual option. The leisure suit would become a staple at this time, and the laid-back style was with the jeans, tees, sweaters with bold patterns making their way. In the early 1970s, men's clothing wanted to emphasize a lean figure. Punk fashion will invade the youth in London in the mid-1970s that was based on the designs of Malcolm McLaren and Vivienne Westwood. And this style started when Malcolm McLaren and Westwood opened their shop in 430 Kings Road, which became very popular among the people that participated in this movement. This style was against the mainstream and was characterized from leather jackets, DIY blazers, turned t-shirts, safety pins, combat boots, shirts with slogans, patches, denim vest, tartan, flannel shirts, studs, and more. I made a video about punk fashion in the past that probably needs an update, but I will link it somewhere up there or below. Denim and leather coats will become a trendy item among men. Athleisure will start its rise with running shoes and tracksuits, making their entrance in casual wear. Screen-printed shirts, western wear, Birkenstock, and zip-up cardigans were other trendy items. Thanks to Giorgio Armani, high fashion will also influence menswear, with a look defined by narrow collars and lapels, and ties, paired with straight trousers with soft pleats. Denim jeans are used in casual wear, and flared pants and bootcut pants were worn. The disco style would become more prominent in the late 1970s with the rise of disco music and movie hits like Saturday Night Fever. Was made by three-piece suits with wide or flared pants and waistcoats, aviator sunglasses and glasses, wide ties and collared shirts with pointed and long flaps. As outerwear in the 1970s, we have the denim jacket, sweat jackets, Sherpa jacket, fur coats, leather coats, and jackets. Shoulder pads will begin to be adopted in menswear in 1978. That will get us straight to the 80s. In formal wear, the tuxedo was still ruling, and more colors came to the picture like pastels and creams. Shirts with ruffles were used with the cummerbund and bow ties. Hats became more of a statement and saw a decline. During this decade, there will be a strong nostalgia for the 50s, so in the UK, teddy boys will make a comeback in the early years of the 70s with a bolder style that includes bright colors, velvet, brutal creepers, bolo ties, and drain pipe trousers. Heavy metal will also rise in this period, taking inspiration from hippie fashion, punk, bikers, and greaser style. In the Afro-American community, they would imitate the style of the paramilitary and Black Panthers with clothing like leather jackets, berets, vests, driving gloves, and more. In the late 70s, there is the start of the foundation of the hip-hop fashion, and in the Mexican community, cholos will get inspired from the brown berets and the greasers culture to wear clothes like winger tees, military clothing, white tees, winkle pickers, aviators, Dickies pants, and more. So the main shoes for the 1970s are the Cuban heels, platform shoes, combat boots, running sneakers, clogs, chukka boots, moccasins, and more. Suspenders made a comeback thanks to the nostalgia for the past fashion, and belts are wide with buckles to make a statement. Eyewear also became a tool for statement in fashion, with big frames, with bold shapes and colors with clear or tinted lenses. So, after talking about the culture and the fashion in this decade, the 1970s, I'm going to show you my 1970s inspired outfits. But first, let me tell you, before doing this video like years and years ago, before starting my vintage journey, I thought the 1970s were whack as hell. Yeah, I know guys, I know, it's a misconception, but yeah, I thought 1970s fashion was the worst fashion of the 20th century. Like, I couldn't stand it. Maybe because it was very memed, and also the pictures that came out when I typed 1970s men's fashion were a little bit like, okay, I will now wear that. What is this? Okay, weird. I was like, ugh. But after diving into my vintage journey, like since 2018, I got into 1970s men's fashion. I learned more about the different trends and the different styles that were in at that time, and I was like, why did I hate 1970s men's fashion so much before? Like now I really appreciate 1970s men's fashion. Like, they add style, let me tell you, they add that groove and that funk in that style. Like, guys, actually in this decade we saw a resurgence of 1970s men's fashion with flared pants, aviator sunglasses, and many other trends that come from the 1970s. So they're getting their flowers, they're getting their funk, and they're getting the respect that they deserve. Also because 1970s men's fashion has a pretty mixed reception depending on who you are talking to. Like, some they will think that 1970s men's fashion is really whack, and others they will love it. So it's a love and hate relationship, but to me, I really appreciate 1970s men's fashion now. So the icons that I think you should follow to get your 1970s men's fashion to the T, like, I know the list could be long as hell, but these are some of my options in my opinion. So first we got Stevie Wonder. Yes, Stevie got some swag and style, from the tunics to his sunglasses and all his fits, the fur, the headphones, everything. Like, Stevie, also the hair. Stevie was laying back in the day, and he's still laying today, but Stevie was laying in the 70s with those outfits. Stevie's an underrated icon in men's fashion, I think, in my opinion. Then the next one is David Bowie, the great David Bowie. Like, his style is very eclectic and bold. I have to do an entire video on David Bowie's style and the evolution of his alter egos and his style from the 70s till now. Like, David Bowie is an icon, like, period. I don't want any discussion about it. David Bowie could do it all. Then the next one are some bands like Sex Pistols, The Clash, Ramones. If you are more into the alternative and punk style, like, those bands have that style to the T. Especially I love like the Johnny Rotten modified blazers that actually I did one that you will see pretty soon in this video. And also I like the overall style of those bands and the leather jackets, the DIY blazers, the Brutal Creepers that are my favorite shoes ever. Like, ever, I will repeat it until the day I die. Like, Brutal Creepers are the it girls. Other than that, we also have Bruce Lee, the master of martial arts and also the master of fashion. Like, that guy, like, every single fit was a 10 out of 10. From the glasses to the suits to the boots, like, everything was on point. It was so damn suave and smooth. Like, Bruce Lee was also a master in styling. Like, look at the references already. Like, the receipts, they don't lie, my guy. Actually, I have to do also a video on Bruce Lee's style. Are on my notes. So Bruce Lee also is coming. It's really damn cool. Then the next one is also Sylvester Stallone. Actually, this was pretty random because I saw a picture of him in a fur coat and I was like, wow. I didn't know Sylvester Stallone had style back in the day. Like, damn. He could rock a blazer, a fur coat. He was the king of style also in the 1970s. Like, Sylvester Stallone could do no wrong. The jeans were tight, the fur coat was in, the blazer was in. He could style it like, damn, man, damn. Also, we have Elton John. His eyewear game is top notch. Like, his sunglasses were out of this world, out of this galaxy. I need a pair of those glasses, my guy. Elton John couldn't go wrong with a pair of good, funky, eclectic, bold sunglasses. And the list would go on and on, but I don't have all the time in the world. So let me know in the comments which other 1970s men's fashion icons you should follow. Oh, also Robert Redford. I forgot Robert Redford. Like, damn, that man also, like, his fits are so damn smooth. And yes, I can go on and on and on. So let's move on how I did my 1970s inspired outfits. Were inspired from different trends of the 1970s, and I did 4 outfits. So enjoy the show. Wait, before I show you my outfits, I have to tell you, I don't have a pair of flared pants, I don't have a pair of platform boots, so I had to do my outfits with what I had in my wardrobe. So don't come in the comments. I know
5 minutes later.
I know I should have a pair of flared pants, but they're so hard to find at the flea market and thrift store here where I live. So this is what I got. Like, sorry, I know, but this is what I got. So let's dive into this funky and groovy lookbook with the first look that is inspired from the disco style of the late 1970s with the Saturday Night Fever, Soul Train, leisure suits, the dance floor, Seal 54 and more. I'm wearing my Iviter sunglasses that I took in Germany 2 years ago with my neckerchief, my thrifted striped button-up shirt that I thrifted last year, and this leisure suit that I had for years and years I took at the thrift store in Ancona. It's so damn cool with this brown caramel color. Also, I'm wearing my brown pants that are not flared because I don't have a pair of flared pants already. I told you. So yeah, it's not really accurate, but we have to do what we got to do with those boots because I don't have platform boots. So I'm wearing my combat boots, these brown leather combat boots, and this is the look. It's very funky, it's very groovy and disco, ready to hit the dance floor. And I repeat, I love these leisure suits so damn much. So let's continue with the disco influence with the second look where I'm wearing this 70s inspired fur coat. Like, I look a little bit like a pimp, but I love it. I don't care. I love it so damn much. So I'm wearing this thrifted 1970s inspired coat from the brand Combo, an Italian brand. And also I'm wearing those sunglasses that are the ones that are vintage and removable. So you can put them on top of your normal glasses if you want to see and look cool as well. So they're really genius. And also I'm wearing this sweat thrifted vest that I got at the thrift store in Ancona some time ago with my thrifted button-up shirt of before, and the pants are the same as before. And I'm wearing my combat boots as well because I needed a pair of boots for this look to work. And yes, this look is very sassy, is laying, is late, is fresh, is cool. I don't know what to say anymore, but yeah, it's really damn funky. So for this third look, I'm still very funky and disco, inspired from icons like Stevie Wonder. And yes, I'm wearing those sunglasses that are really nice and big and perfect for the 70s vibes. Also, I'm wearing this jacket, this blazer jacket that is made of corduroy. It's very soft and the color is very dark and deep. I really love it. And also, I'm wearing my thrifted button-up shirt with my Palzilleri suit that is like an oversized suit. I think it comes from the late 1970s probably, because from the shape and the lapels it looks really like it. And also I'm wearing my usual straight trousers, my striped straight trousers with my leather boots as well in this look, because I need a pair of boots to make the 70s look work. So yeah, this is the look. I think this is really nice. It's more casual than the other ones, and yes, I love it. So guys, let's get away from the disco and the dance floor and let's dive into the punk fashion scene. So this look was inspired from Johnny Rotten from Sex Pistols, and yes, I'm wearing this DIY blazer that I did last year in an afternoon. It was so damn cool with those chains and the different pins and patches and also written words, like it came out beautifully. And also I'm wearing my Covery World Newsboy hat with my thrifted sunnies, my thrifted button-up shirt, my thrifted tie, and also I'm wearing my jeans with socks and the Brutal Creepers finish the look that are in my shoe rotation since 2017, so more than 7 years, guys, and those they look still good as hell. This punk look is fire to me, like Johnny Rotten had style, Punk Bats that time had style, and this outfit is slaying, it's rocking. So those were my 1970s outfits. Hope you enjoyed this episode of History of Men's Fashion. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you will know when I put my next videos, my fellas. Guys, my next video is going to be very special for Black History Month, and I will not spoil anything about it, but it's going to be about a group that shaped music and fashion back in the day. And what else to tell ya? I have other content coming up. Let me know which other content I can do also. And I will see you very, very soon, my fellas.